So Jon Jones is straight up being bullied at the UFC 309 media day to talk about Tom Aspinall, even though he's fighting Miocic this weekend. This is technically the UFC 309 Jones versus Miocic media day, but the only clips that are going anywhere from this media day are about Jones talking about Tom Aspinall. Nobody cares about Jones Miocic. Everybody cares about the Aspinall fight. And Jones is being bullied by media members into talking about this. There are so many clips. First of all, Tom Aspinall did a response to Jon Jones. This is picking up a lot of views on YouTube. A lot of views right now. I think it's somewhere near 400,000 views as we speak. And it hasn't been put up for very long. Okay, I got a pinned comment on there that's rallying a lot of likes as well. And Tom Aspinall was mildly disrespectful to Jon Jones in this video. There's a lot more to go through though. Jon Jones talking about Tom Aspinall. Tom's been such an asshole that I don't want to do business with him. The most Jones way possible to ever turn down a fight. This is actually pathetic from Jon Jones. Then he's talking about fighting Alex Pereira and why it makes more sense than fighting Tom Aspinall. Then he's spending 4 minutes discussing why he shouldn't fight Tom Aspinall next. And he has some very telling words when he does so. Then he calls out Jamahal Hill and Derrick Lewis. You can't make this up. I almost believe he is using me to promote his fight with Miocic by talking about anything other than the fight with Miocic. He also talked about you can't duck a man you were never scheduled to fight. It's like saying you got turned down by a girl that you never even hit on. Trying to throw us off the scent. We're on to you, bud, okay? This dude trying to relate with the boys. Am I right, guys? We're on to you, dude. You ain't throwing us off the scent, okay? Either way, we're going to go through some things, okay? He starts it here with like a long discussion about Tom Aspinall. And the media member kind of grills him on this. The media members are bullying. This is the GOAT. They're like picking on him at the media day. Like, you were wrong about this. You want to walk back that claim, bud? And he starts walking back claims about Tom Aspinall. Insane. Let's let it play.
One of the critiques people have is not that you picking Alex over Tom. It's the he doesn't deserve the fight me statement.
It is that he's picking Alex over Tom. That's a big critique because it's just a much easier matchup, and it's not. It's a big matchup, but he's expected to win, and it's like, he's just gonna double leg Pereira. Like, fight a guy who's well rounded, your size or bigger, that can do it all for once in your fucking career, man. You know, that's all we're asking for. All good though. Media member got to pander a little bit before he gets on him.
When you compare his career at this point to when you got a title shot, he has more wins.
When you compare his career to this point to when you got a title shot against Shogun, look at the deep breath that Jones takes. Dude, here we go with the Aspinall questions, dude. I can't answer this without sounding like a duck.
When you compare his career at this point to when you got a title shot, he has more wins, more stoppages, more wins against ranked opponents, more main events. He's got the interim title. So what is your response?
He defended it.
To people saying, like, not that you take it Alex Pereira. I mean, gosh, the guy's amazing.
Right.
But Tom doesn't deserve me comment.
Well, maybe I didn't phrase it right. Maybe I didn't phrase it right. You know, the truth is he does.
He's walking back his claims at media day because he knows he was yapping shit. Well, maybe I was wrong, guys. Maybe he does deserve stuff, but I'm still going to fight Pereira, though. He goes on to just milk, talking about how he wants to fight Pereira, which is insane. And he yaps about it for a long time, but I'm going to go through it regardless. And we got a lot more to go through today. We're going through all of it. Because this is the ultimate moment where he's actually being attacked from all sides at the press conference. But yeah, Tom done more in the build-up. He had more wins, more title wins. He got an interim belt, defended the interim belt, more finishes, more bonuses, more main events before he gets to fight you. But you got to fight Shogun when you did way less than him. But he don't deserve it. And now he's realized, oh shit, I'm wrong actually. I'll walk it back.
He does deserve many great things in his life. And I wish him to have a magnificent UFC career.
Just not by destroying you, I guess. Guys, I wish he has a great career, but just leave me out of it, guys. It's so funny, yeah, because I want to preface all of this. I know this is the GOAT of the sport, but the narrative behind Jones before the Aspinall situation is what I'm going to call it, was that he's an unbeatable destroyer of worlds. Nobody stands a chance against Jon. You know, that's all the comments were. After he beat Cyril Gane, it was like, Jones in a round by whatever he wants. Like he didn't take Smith, Reyes, and Santos to a decision, losing to Reyes, nearly losing to Santos, and Smith to a fucking finish Anthony Smith for crying out loud, guys. You know what I mean? But the narrative behind Jon Jones going into this was exactly that. Whatever he wants, within a round, he's scared of no one. And now it's like, but he doesn't have to fight Tom. Tom Aspinall enters, hello, Jon, how's it going, mate? Well, guys, it turns out he doesn't have to fight everyone. He can pick and choose. All of a sudden, it changes the energy.
I really do. I have nothing personal against Tom.
He eventually does, and he snaps at one point in the media day, once enough questions get asked.
So maybe I shouldn't have said that he doesn't deserve, because he does deserve great things. What I'd like to see him do is go on and have a great career. You know, so many times people like to just try to go straight to the top.
The audacity to think he is cooking with that smile on his face right now. A lot of people want to go straight to the top. He's an interim champ who's defended the interim belt. He's knocked out 5 of the top 10 at heavyweight in the first round. He just knocked out 2 of the top 5 in a minute each. A lot of guys want to jump straight to the top when they're a defending interim champ. And they want to feel like they take that big leap to the very top of the sport. He's got more title defenses at heavyweight than you as an interim champ. He worked through the whole division. He blew out his leg against Blades, redeemed it, knocked him out. That needed to happen. You know, before the Blades fight, if this was Tom sitting on the Sergey Pavlovich win, I would have a very different energy. But this dude's defending the interim belt just to clear things up. Oh, I tore my ACL in that fight and my leg exploded. Let me redeem that real quick. You know what I mean? Let me run that one back. Now I'm undeniable. And he is. Jones is acting like this is an unranked guy that's calling for his shot. You know? This is crazy.
You know, and if we're in a business setting where he is and where I am, he wouldn't even be crossing paths with me. He wouldn't even be talking to me. You know what I'm saying? That's just
because he'd be above you in title defenses at heavyweight.
Is what it is. It's not about what Tom deserves or don't deserve. I believe it's what I do deserve. And after this many years with this company and all the work that I've put in, I believe
I deserve to duck Tom Aspinall and not fight my biggest challenge of my entire career.
I believe I'm at a place where I deserve to be able to say, I don't want to fight that guy. I want to fight this guy.
It's crazy. I don't want to fight him. This is such a sassy way of, this is so on par with Jon Jones, by the way. He's like, I don't want to fight that guy. I want to fight this guy and that guy. And he starts calling out Jamahal Hill in another clip.
I want to fight that guy. And that's why I'm be more than willing to relinquish the belt. I don't feel like I need the heavyweight championship of the world.
This is your GOAT! I don't really need that. The way Tom has Jon Jones acting. Remember who Jon Jones is and was before Tom Aspinall entered the scene. Dude, if Tom Aspinall goes on to lose against Cyril Gane in the future, I'm going to be crushed by all of this. But remember who Jon Jones was. The aura of Jones on his rise was off the chain. This man is the best. Nobody's beaten this guy. He's just different. That was the energy behind Jon Jones. Now we've got Jones up here. Remember the way he was talking about DC? I'll kill you if you did that. You know that, right? The way he was talking to DC. And now we've got him like, I don't really need the heavyweight belt, guys. I'm more than happy to relinquish it for Tom Aspinall. What has Tom done to Jones's aura? I've never seen someone lose this much aura so quickly. I really, really haven't. Aspinall entered the scene and Jones became soy. Dude, I want to say this right now. People give McGregor trash. He made $100 million against Floyd Mayweather and stepped back in to fight Khabib. Think about that. I know people say, well, you know, he should have rematched Aldo and all of this. And I get that. He was set for life after the Mayweather fight, and he waltzed back in to fight Khabib after years off of MMA training. And he starts to fight with his hands down, walking towards him. You know what I mean? It's actually insane when you think back. Even though McGregor gets a lot of trash in the way that he handled his career, and now I get it. But think about that. The guy wandered back into the sport to fight Khabib Nurmagomedov. It really does put it in perspective. We got Jones voluntarily relinquishing his title because he doesn't want to fight Dom. I'm more than happy to give up the belt. I don't need the heavyweight belt, guys. At the end of the day, I don't really need this heavyweight world title. It's insane.
I feel like what I've created for myself is almost bigger than belts. To take a step back and say, hey, you become the heavyweight champion. Go ahead and let's see you become.
This is a heavyweight champ talking like this. The undisputed heavyweight champion talking about this. Hey, go ahead and have the belt. But Tom Aspinall said in an interview a while ago, I'm going to retire Jon Jones without even fighting him. And I thought, that's a bit far, but I like the energy of it. And now it's all come true. I will retire Jon Jones without even fighting him. And it was true. He spoke it into existence, dude. He manifested this.
Become a 17-time champion. Or let's see you even beat Stipe's record. That's going to be hard for anybody to do.
I mean, realistically, Aspinall needs 2 more title wins at heavyweight, and he's beat the record or tied it. I count the Blades win as a title defense. I don't know about you guys.
But what I do feel like I deserve is the ability to just take a step back and say, hey, either I retire or I start fighting fights that make sense to my legacy. And Alex Pereira is the only fight right now that makes sense to my legacy. A guy who's young and, well, my age. And
correct yourself. A guy who's young. Well, no, that's Tom. He's my age. He's 37. He can't fucking grapple. He has no grappling background. Tom's been doing jiu-jitsu since he was a kid. But, you know, Pereira, nope. You know what I mean? He's my age. Like, he literally corrected himself there because he realized that by describing Pereira as young, he's accidentally describing why Tom is a more compelling matchup. He's young, in my age. You know what I mean?
My legacy. And Alex Pereira is the only fight right now that makes sense to my legacy. A guy who's young and, well, my age and active still and have something worthwhile to me.
The belt that he had for years, for his entire career. All of his title wins but the Cyril Gane fight have been for the belt Pereira has. And he's handing the heavyweight belt back to Tom Aspinall.
Fans around the world, a lot of people really want to see me lose. They really want to see me lose. To see me walk away with all the chips just irks people inside.
I don't think Jon Jones realizes what he's admitting when he says things like this. And Aspinall broke it down. We'll go straight to Aspinall's response after this as well. And then we'll get back to Jones. But by saying that the reason why people want to see me fight Tom is because they really want to see me lose. And they really want to see me lose. And it irks them that I'm not going to do it. You're admitting that you would lose to Tom. You're supposed to be the GOAT, man. What's happened to our GOAT? You're supposed to be the unnatty GOAT of the sport, like the legendary Jon Jones. Nobody messes with Jon Jones. And then Aspinall has entered the scene, and all of a sudden this, you think I'm going to take the Aspinall fight? Wow, you guys really want to see me lose, huh? I'm not doing it. This is Jones. I really think Aspinall, we'll get to it.
And I'm glad to be in this position to walk away with all the chips. And yeah, at the end of the day, Pereira, man. Pereira's worth risking it for me.
Because he can't grapple.
I don't know how many ways I can say it, but he just doesn't have the titles. You know, he can have finishing rate, high finishing rate, and all that type of stuff, but he doesn't have titles. And
don't know if you guys can see my mouse on the screen right now, but I'm hovering over the title over the shoulder of Tom Aspinall. And turns out, after this interview, he just got an undisputed heavyweight belt because you just gave it to him. You just said, you can have my belt. So it turns out he does have titles, to be honest with you. But I get it. Pereira has more title defenses because in the past few months, he racked up like an extra 2, which is insane.
And when you have 17 world titles, it only makes sense to fight somebody on your level. And
that's someone who can't grapple, guys. What don't you get?
Tom Aspinall and Alex Pereira are not on the same level. Maybe they're both excited. They have the same excitement level. But when it comes down to what they are doing, they're not on the same level. And
I agree, but let me tell you what they're not on the same level with, that the most fans care about, which is why these are the only fucking clips that are going... Dude, the whole fan base is united around this message that we want the Aspinall fight. The only way Pereira and Aspinall are not on the same level in favor of Aspinall is danger to you. That's a fact. And that's all MMA fans care about. What is more competitive? What would look at... Listen, if Jones beats Pereira and ragdolls him in the first round and beats him, the narrative will be, Pereira couldn't grapple, but man, isn't Jones good? There would be some Jones praise, I get it. But there would also be a bit of, man, Pereira's kind of trash, honestly. If he beats Aspinall, that would genuinely be one of the best wins of his career. I would say. Like, the DC rematch is good, but, he tested positive. It's a no contest, so it doesn't really count. But that would genuinely be, wow, he actually fought a guy that a lot of people thought would beat him. And he did it very well. That is goated of a win. I think that would honestly make people overlook roids, to be honest with you. Because it's like, wow, he actually fought a larger, faster, more powerful, well-rounded person.
so for me, when I have belts and I have money and all that type of stuff, I'm looking for the legacy stuff. Tom doesn't give that to me. Hype, I would shut up hype, but I've been doing that my whole life, is shutting up hype. Me, selfishly, I want legacy. That's what I want.
He's just shutting up hype against Anthony Smith. He starts making those comparisons. Aspinall has his response. Then we're going to get back to some of the stupidity out of Jones's mouth. Okay? Tom Aspinall. This might have been the best thing that could happen to Aspinall's career. He's gotten such an audience behind this, behind him. No Jones. But people are rallying behind Tom now more than they would have if Jones would have been entertaining the idea of the fight.
And of course, it's been pretty interesting, all the stuff that Jon Jones has been saying to the media this week. And I'm sure there's more to come, but check out these.
You're beating guys who aren't even champions, and you consider yourself a champion. He's not a champion.
So Jon said I need to fight more champions, but this is the problem I've got. Jon is the champion, and he won't fight me. And he says that he won't fight me because it's too much of a gamble.
Aspinall.
It sounds crazy to have to spell this out, but it's true. He says I haven't fought a champion before, but he is the champion and I'm trying to fight him. But there you go. That's crazy.
Aspinall to me is no difference than an Owen St. Prude or Dominic Reyes or Anthony Smith. Like just another up and comer that's exciting right now. And I'm not into gambling my legacy for what's exciting.
And Jon, if you're not into gambling your legacy, that to me sounds like you're scared of losing against me.
Oh! He said something mildly disrespectful and walked off. The walk-off, mild disrespect from Tom Aspinall, dude. Shit! No way, dude. He got smoked. Jones got owned there, dude. Crazy. He finally said something. And this is crazy because we're going to get to what Jones has been saying about Tom Aspinall. And this came out after Jones's interview came out. I'm not saying this came out as in Jon Jones. I'm talking about the interview. But Tom Aspinall's been incredibly respectful. I'm the evil one. I've been doing the evil work behind the scenes, guys. And Jones goes off on Aspinall here for being disrespectful as well.
There's a part of it that does, but if I'm being completely honest, I feel like Tom's been such an asshole that I don't want to do business with him.
This is the lamest reason to turn down a fight ever. He's being such an asshole. Imagine. This is the GOAT of our sport. Are you sure, guys? Listen, guys, I think it's about time we have a conversation once Jones is gone, whether or not we want to admit this is the GOAT of the sport, because I don't think this should be the representative of the most badass MMA fighter of all time. He's being an asshole. I ain't fighting him. I'm not doing business with him.
You know, it's just like his fans have been so annoying.
No, we haven't. We haven't been saying anything. This guy's making stuff up now, guys. No, we haven't. Quit making things up, Jones. We've had nothing but nice things to say about you, dude. We did not make a documentary for 45 minutes exposing you for being gay and made a 3-part documentary out of it. That did not happen. We've had nothing but respectful things to say.
And obviously, you don't get this far in a career being affected by fans or whatnot. But he's just an asshole, you know. With his you know, he's 30, so he's from this influencer generation where you hop online and the T-shirt sales and all that. I'm past that type of stuff. I'm like, bro, if you had a little bit more respect, then maybe we could have worked something out, you know. But
no fucking chance. No chance if Aspinall had way more respect. Dude, the way Aspinall has handled it up until the blatant ducking was nothing but respect. Nothing personal. How could there possibly have been a more respectful person who has had a build-up to a fight like this? LOL, John, nothing personal. The amount that he could have said, that I have said for him, the amount that Tom could have gone into. Nothing personal. I just know I can beat you. There's not a less personal call out than that. The way he shook John's hand. We get a picture, a face-off. No problem. No face-off. It's fine. You wanted nothing to do with him at any level of his disrespect. And now he's had enough. And he's had a mildly annoyed tone in his voice. You really done messed up now, John. Aspinall might swear in a second. He might say a curse word if you're not careful, dude.
I just don't even want to do business with him. You know, at the end of the day, this is a business, and fighting me gives him an opportunity to change his life forever. And I don't even want to give him the opportunity.
If he wins, you mean? John, hello? He would lose, right? So his life wouldn't change if he lost to you. You're Jon Jones. You beat everyone. You destroy everyone in a round. What do you mean he would have a chance to change his life forever? He would lose to you, right? This is when I think Jones should walk away from the sport. That mindset is a different mindset now. He knows. When you hear champions start talking like this, it's tough. You know? It's time to hang it up. He could change his life forever if he fights me. But he would lose, right? You would beat him? I don't want to give him that chance to make millions off of my name.
Like he just played his cards wrong with me personally, and you know I'm 3 years from being a 40-year-old grown man. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the press conference, going through the whole shebang with him. I'd rather not do.
What's Tom really gonna say? Unless he brings me out at the press conference and. Unless we go in with a big tall coat and I'm on his shoulders at the top, you know, with a Tom Aspinall disguise on. You know what I mean? Unless that happens, what really is Tom going to say? You might as well have gone through a build-up with him because it's all you're fucking talking about in your fight week to Stipe Miocic because no one gives a fuck about the Stipe. Stipe, please KO him. This is pathetic.
Pereira on the other side, respectful, cool, barely says much. It's like...
Can't speak English. That helps, you know? That really helps in not calling you a bitch and a duck type thing. He also hasn't called you out to a fight. So you seem to want everyone who doesn't really want to fight you, basically. I think Pereira has mentioned fighting Jones before, don't get me wrong. But anyone who seems to, like, not be hell-bent on beating you in a fight. That's who Jones is interested in taking on.
Like, I'll do business with you. I would risk it all with a human being like you. You actually have the accolades to back up your shit. This other guy is just a big mouth who's hot today. There's been so many guys who's hot today who are just gone. You know, Sergey was in the same position not too long ago. Now
No, he wasn't. He wasn't an interim champion with a title defense. He wasn't. He was 2 steps behind Aspinall. That's who Aspinall beat before he beat the other guy to get his interim title defense.
he's starting to fall off already. I've just been around this sport too long to give a big mouth who's hot today the opportunity.
Guys, I don't know how Aspinall could have approached this any more respectfully. For an MMA fighter, I have no idea what he needed to do. Maybe I should have calmed down a bit. Maybe I've done this. Because I'm the only one saying shit. Aspinall had like a duck mask on and, hello, John, I'm in this room, I'm looking to fight you. He's just talking about wanting to fight Jones in his skits and looking for Jon Jones. Where is he? He's doing like a kid's show. Like he's doing child-friendly skits on Instagram. You know, that a parent could leave their 5-year-old to watch without getting offended. And Jones is offended by it. He's just an asshole, and I don't want to do business with him. Is there a gayer way to... It makes sense when you think about it, guys. It really does. And then there's all this other stuff as well. Do we get into the Jamahal Hill? Let's go into this. This is right after the presser as well. There's more as well. There's so much more. Let's go through this.
What are those fans getting wrong? Why are you not ducking Tom Aspinall? What are they reading wrong about this situation?
Okay, so...
Yeah, what am I getting wrong, John? He's talking to the MMA guru fan base right here, dude.
I feel like narratives have been created that just truly aren't there.
We're using Jon Jones's words. Every narrative that has been created has been from Jon Jones's mouth himself. Just saying.
You can't duck a man that you were never scheduled to fight. It's like saying you got turned down by a girl who you never even hit on.
I'm straight, guys. Trust me. It's like when you're fucking a girl, guys, and you know when you're really attracted to a girl. Who's with me, right, guys? All right, buddy. Sure, buddy. You know what I mean? Sure, buddy. Yeah, it's like that, isn't it? Isn't it, Jon Jones? Throwing us off the scent. We're on to you, buddy. Okay, with your red pierced earrings, by the way. It's like when you're attracted to a girl, guys. Okay, buddy, with your ruby red studded earrings, all good. And he said you can't turn down a fight you were never scheduled. You can't duck a man you were never scheduled to fight. You can never get scheduled to fight someone that you absolutely refuse to be scheduled to fight. You don't have to sign the fight and then dip out a week before the fight happens and that makes you a duck. You sign the fight, that makes you less of a duck. And you probably pulled out to an injury or you were ill or something happened, your bad weight cut, something like that. Not signing the fight in the first place and never scheduling a fight with your interim champ as an undisputed champ. That's the biggest level of duck you can be.
You know what I'm saying? I get that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm straight.
That Tom is an exciting fighter. I get that finally, after 16 years, we found somebody who's 7 years younger than me and 30 pounds bigger than me. Like, we finally found someone who may give me a great challenge. And
Reyes beat him, so we didn't finally find someone. Just saying. He's admitting that Tom is the challenge. This is the annoying part. That's what every MMA fighter should go through. And it annoys me that Khabib retired because that was Oliveira. I know Makhachev beat Oliveira. Styles make fights. That's the matchup that we should have seen. Oh, this is a guy who strikes and can grapple. When Khabib went through Poirier, Gaethje, McGregor, guys that just didn't want to be taken down. Dude, we need to see this matchup. That was Ferguson to Khabib. Of course, we find out that Ferguson really weren't. Probably would have got destroyed by Khabib. But still, you know? It's one of those things that you want every guy to go through in their career. And they take the opportunity. They take these challenges. They take these risks. Not Jon Jones.
And everyone wants to see it so bad. But for me, it's like, what is it? What's in it for me? He changes nothing if I beat him. Beating Tom is just like beating Cyril Gain. Has a whole country behind him. He's hot right now. What happens to me after I beat him? Nothing changes for me.
Nothing changes. So if it's like fighting Cyril Gane, then your Cyril Gane win is worthless. Thank you for admitting it. If the Aspinall win is worthless, and it's like you fighting Cyril Gane, then so is that win. Thank you for clearing that up for us, John.
So I'm not ducking Tom Aspinall. If I failed to fight Stipe, I would be ducking Stipe because we contractually have been signed up to fight over a year ago. The Tom narrative came out of nowhere. He won a belt, and now suddenly I'm ducking him. I've never had negotiations to even fight him.
Dude. No one would call you a duck if you didn't fight Stipe and instead fought Tom Aspinall. No one would. This guy won a belt a year ago and now he's defended it in an interim belt and all of a sudden I'm ducking him? I'm not ducking him. This other guy hasn't won a fight in 4 fucking years. He deserves it. Insane. Then let's get to this Jamahal Hill one. This is after the press conference. And they're going to like a scrum. And listen to this.
Yeah, I could see myself. I could see myself after this entertaining super fights only. You know, after this fight, if we
super fights only, by the way. Super fights only.
Fight. If we get a dominant performance, I'm prepared to vacate the heavyweight championship and fight for fun. And I want to fight for fun. And I've had a big chip on my shoulder my whole career of having to defend. And you know, I don't necessarily want it to be over, but I just want to fight for fun. You know, I think about one of my teammates, Donald Cowboy Cerrone. You know, he just fights. Win, lose, or draw, he just fights.
Aspinall has Cerrone-fied Jon Jones. What the fuck am I hearing? I just want to fight for fun. I don't want to fight Tom.
And I would love to kind of experience that for the first time in my career, of just being like, not having this belt to try to protect, but just fighting guys that I stylistically want to fight against. You know, just random fights, you know, like, you know, Jamahal Hill, me and him meet up at 220 and see what happens. That'd be interesting to see. Let's just see what happens, you know, or I'm at an interesting weight where I can fight light heavyweights or heavyweights. You know, Derrick Lewis, you know, the biggest knockout puncher in history.
But John, where is their legacy, John? John, hello? John, where are their loads of belts that they have? John, this is about legacy, your career moving forward. John! John! But John, you just said all week that it's about legacy, and now you just want to take fun fights after this one. John! John, you're kind of undermining your entire fucking argument that you've had for the past fucking year. It's about legacy, guys. Where are Tom Aspinall's 7 world titles, guys? I'm interested in fighting Jamahal Hill and Derrick Lewis. Those are the matchups that intrigue me. Dude, the way Aspinall has this man on skates is insane. We've never seen this before. Even if Aspinall goes on to lose and Jones tweets all about it, I hope that never happens. Tom, back in the gym, brother. Okay? Rico Verhoeven training. Then you bring Phil DeFries in as well for your grappling. Dude, just non-stop circuits, dude. 1 round with Rico, 1 round with Phil. Back to back, dude. We need the legendary grapplers in the mix, okay? Get some ADCC guys. Get some real proper legends in there. We need hard training for Tom. I'll come along, dude. I don't know. I'll just be there and just fucking joust eye pokes at you in training. I'll do my role. You know what I mean? We have to have him go undefeated now. We've never seen this.
I'm just throwing out random names, but I'm at a body weight right now where I could do just fun fights. And that's what I want to do. I want to do fun fights for me, not necessarily for the fans, but for me.
Nobody's interested in that, little bro. Fucking retire. That's where I think I'll end it. There's more. You know? You could fight a nobody who might be dangerous or face an incredibly skilled guy who will actually impact your legacy. Like, Tom isn't dangerous. Like, I'm done listening to him yap. How long have I been going on for? But, like, just retire, little bro. You know what I mean? We ain't having it you holding up the whole fucking sport for you. No one cares about you. Your interviews don't do numbers unless you're talking about Tom Aspinall this week. No one's ever cared about you. Your whole legacy in terms of your fame has been built off of you beating up women. Like, let's just call it what it is. When has Jon Jones made you hysterically laugh in an interview? You know? Where's your brutal one-punch KO that went viral everywhere? That wasn't a no contest against DC. Where's that? Like, no one cares about you. Like, in terms of fighting. Bruv, we got Diego Lopez, little bro. You know what I mean? We got Alex Pereira. We got Tom Aspinall defending an interim belt just so he has an opportunity to fight you. Being a backup opponent here as a defending interim champion just so he has an opportunity to fight you. We got Drickus. They want you to fight Strickland next. Chimaev's more dangerous. I'll fight him. That's more dangerous. And it is. We got these champs, you know? We got the sport on lock. We don't really need Jones anymore. We just don't. We got Ilia Topuria now, little bro. We got a guy knocking out Volkan Holloway back-to-back and looking for Makhachev. We don't need Jon Jones. This is just putting a stain on the whole sport, which is what you've done your whole career. Oh, so no one spoke about me for 6 months. Honey, quick. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that's how you generate a headline. Wow, dude, Jones is so cool. That awesome thing that he did. There's nothing like that. There's no funny joke. There's no viral, hilarious moment from Jon that makes him a superstar. There's no, wow, that one-punch KO highlight reel that he has is insane. That's not what generates hype. Jon Jones' career, which is a fucking damnation on Western society itself. He has achieved a fan base. One, by consistently winning, true. But two, I get the early career of Jones. There are some good highlights. Don't get me wrong. The Shogun finish is cool. The Lyoto finish is savage. I completely get that. But over the past however many years it's been, the only way this man has stayed relevant in the sport in terms of being a superstar is edging out dull fucking decisions, losing to Dominic Reyes, and then beating Cyril Gane. And other than that, the only headlines he's made outside of his fights have just been from beating up on women. No fun YouTube content. No collaboration here, there. Nothing like that. No viral post that you've made. No funny meme. None. I'm not saying this is all required. But, like, we don't need you. What are we going to do when we miss Jones? Have Aspinall fighting Pereira for the heavyweight belt? Oh, no. Don't leave us, Jones. We might have movement in divisions rather than you holding everything up. Oh, no. Please don't let us get immediately booked to the winner of Cyril Gane Volkov 2 versus Aspinall and Pereira versus Ankalaev on the same fucking card. Winners fight each other because that's what warriors do. Oh, no. Please, no, Jon. Don't leave us with that. Ilia Topuria fighting Diego Lopez, then looking to fight Makhachev up a weight class, rather than waiting for Makhachev to leave the sport after 3 years of inactivity while he builds himself up to lightweight. No, not Volk. Don't leave us with him stepping up to fight Makhachev on a week's notice. What will we do? We'll only have Usman stepping up to fight Chimaev up a weight class on a week's notice. You're just bad culture. You're a roid cheat. You're a woman beater. Get out. You're a pussy as well by the looks of things on this, in terms of amongst high-level MMA fighters, guys. I'm yapping. He can fuck me up, guys. I know. But still, we don't need Jon's culture in the sport. We have savages. We have warriors. We have fun guys. We don't need Jon Jones. Yapping, bullshitting his way through press conferences, ducking dangerous fights, waiting 3 years for Ngannou to leave heavyweight before he moves up. And then, I was just building myself up to heavyweight after 3 years. Shows up with a fat belly. Now he's in better shape this time around because he wants to move back down to light heavyweight. Confusion, yes. Like, it's just, we don't need this culture. Get gone. Nobody wants you here. See you later. I hope nobody counts your legacy because we don't need to count roid cheats in the sport anymore. Goodbye. Go away. You're not even going to sell fucking pay-per-views. Let's be honest. You're not. That's just it. You're not going to sell pay-per-views. This is going to be a shit. The MSG, the gate is going to be crazy because Western society will fucking buy anything just to fucking record that they were there. This is the problem with our fucking world right now, dude. Hold your fucking cash back. So annoying, dude. It's probably going to break a gate record because rich people with just nothing to do will want to record on their fucking IG story that they were there when it happened rather than actually enjoying the event for what it is. It's just annoying to me. No one cares. Go away. I'm done with Jones now. Until tomorrow when I make another Jones video. It's been good views, but it's getting lame now, isn't it? Quack, quack. See you later. Goodbye. Toodle pip. Tom Aspinall interview tomorrow? Question mark. That's what it's rumored to be. Okay? We've been messaging. So hopefully I'll get that done. And then we can talk about Jones again. So I just said that we don't need to talk about him anymore, but I will be continuing the entire week. So look out for it, guys. So yeah, we'll see. See you later, guys. Toodle pip. Goodbye. Yeah.